Welcome in to South Florida Daily. We are coming to you from the hustle and bustle of Atlantic Avenue here in Delray Beach. So many fun places to visit.
So many shops, so many restaurants. You could spend an entire day or two just wandering up and down Atlantic Ave.
I know, you've got Rocco's Tacos behind us. We're next to Park Tavern.
Elizabetta's.
There's just so much.
It's endless, and each time I come here, there's a new store to visit.
Coming up on today's show, we have so many more fun places to check out in Palm Beach County, but first, it's time to visit our friends at 1047 The Flame.
So DJ Cherise, tell me a little bit about your background in music and how you started working at The Flame.
I grew up with a lot of creatives. So I grew up around producers. My cousin was a rapper. I had a cousin that was a DJ. We had a family friend that was a DJ. I mean, the list goes on.
So Cherise, tell me a little bit about the Lit Lunch Mix that you make.
Yeah, so the Lit Lunch Mix is every weekday from 12 to 12:45. And it's just to get people hype, you know, during the midday. And when you're in the car, on your way to lunch, in the drive-thru, or at your desk, wherever you want to, you know,
Absolutely.
listen to the music. I try to keep people hyped throughout the day. I play, you know, some hype music, throwbacks.
Yeah, what are your go-to artists? What are your favorite artists that you like to
My
feature?
favorite artist? I am a throwback queen. I like a good throwback.
that.
Yeah, and I grew up in the 90s, so anything 90s, I love it.
How do you want them to feel when they listen to any of your songs or choices that you put out on the radio?
I just want them moving and grooving, you know, in the car, whether it's in, you know, at work, at their house, wherever. I just want people to have like a smile on their face. And my main thing, I want people to listen to the mix and be like, oh my God, I haven't heard this song in so long. I love this song.
So you mentioned, of course, you know, that midday slump and everything in terms of hyping people up with different artists and different throwback songs. But what does music mean to you?
I mean, it means everything. It puts me in a mood. Whether I'm sad, I listen to, you know, some slow R&B. Whether I'm happy, I listen to some twerk music, whatever it is. But it just always puts my mood at ease, and it makes me happy. So yeah, and I just want to do that for everybody else.
South Florida Daily is on the move with Palm Tran.
Elizabetta's, everything is made fresh, in-house daily, from our pastas to our pizza dough, our breads, our desserts. So we have specials going on all the time. Mondays we do Martini Mondays, half off all martinis. Also meatball sliders for $3.95. Wednesdays we do Roman holiday, so it's bottles of wine $99 or less, half off. We do brunch on the weekends, so we do unlimited Bellinis, mimosas, Bloody Marys, Aperol spritzes, and we have a nice brunch menu as well from 11 to 4 every Saturday and Sunday. And we also do weekly nighttime entree specials as well. There's just great things going on in our restaurant every day. My favorite thing is our pasta. I'm a sucker for the pasta. Our linguine nero is great with a squid ink pasta. Our most popular pastas are rigatoni bolognese with a beef and veal ragu, Barolo red wine. Very good. We have a great spot. It's a little hidden gem upstairs. The west side of our restaurant, we have 4 great seats outside. You open up the bar windows, get a nice breeze. You're upstairs, you can see a nice view of Atlantic Avenue. It's a nice time. We have a great event coordinating team that you can reach out to, or obviously myself. We hold up to 22 guests in there. We do parties all the time, from bridal showers to baby showers to bachelor parties, bachelorette parties, wedding rehearsal dinners, anything you could think of, we do. Yeah, we'd love to have you this summer if you're here in Delray on the Ave. Stop in from the heat, get a nice fresh Aperol spritz or homemade gelato, nice crisp white wine during the day. We have plenty of options.
Fire management is an important way to keep the Palm Beach's natural areas healthy. Let's watch as a Palm Beach County fire management crew takes care of business.
Southwest winds 8 to 12, mixing height 5,600. Dispersion perfect. 1, 2, 3, burn. All right, most of all, don't smile. We start most downwind and then burn into the wind. So as we do that, we create black. And then when I say black, what's missing from the black? If I burn all this, what's missing? Fuel. Man, you guys learned it. Ah, he ruined it. As soon as he gets out, you feel good, go ahead, light test fire. So we start, we create our anchor point, we're creating black, and we'll then, if I like it, I'll say fire's a go, and then we'll start our ignition operations. Yeah, everything looks good. Test fire is complete. Let's go ahead and proceed with the burn.
Copy that.
Fire's like a campfire, right? It's mesmerizing, it pulls you in, the smell of it. So now imagine doing this and getting paid for it.
It's awesome, man. Just the noise alone is great.
Well, one thing is we know what we're doing. Fire is a really important part of the ecosystem. The animals need it. You know, the other thing is that we're a fire state, so it's important that people understand that, you know, we have less issues with wildfire than other states that don't have prescribed fire as much. So because we do prescribed fire, we are also not only helping the birds, bees, and the trees, but we're also protecting the neighbors in their houses and their homes and keeping smoke off the road.
We love to come and see it. We know how important it is to our environment. So it's great to see that Palm Beach County keeps on top of it so well.
Look over there!
Fire is just a really powerful cleanser. It's a powerful element that, man, if you are not careful, I mean, you can see what it's doing right here. It's consuming everything in its path, but it's also helping to purify the environment as well. So I think it's pretty cool to see all this.
Blazing!
So looking at this fire, what is it that you noticed? Because I noticed a pattern wrapping around a tree when it was burning. You know, one of the things I really like about it is that even though it chars the outside of the tree, this tree is actually going to live. This tree is going to live, and this is going to actually serve to facilitate some new life in this tree. Let them through. So basically here we got a situation. There is a bench that was put up by this park here, and the bench is in danger of being consumed by this powerful fire. But luckily we have workers on standby ready to control that blaze, and that bench is going to be saved to seat somebody else another day. And I can see why this is such a dangerous but honorable job, man, because they take care of the environment, they keep us all safe, they have so many tools that they use at their disposal. They've got not just, you know, water in a large truck, but they got a hose and a small pump that they pump water from just to keep everything at bay. They can control the smallest, tiniest, most minute fire to the largest fires. These guys are well equipped to do what they do. And funny enough, at the same time, they are lighting another fire. Wow. Now look at that, look at that. They're actually lighting more. They protected the bench, they soaked the bench, but now they're lighting more fire around the bench. Wow, this is amazing to watch. We need to keep a safe distance, and I don't think it's safe to cross any further than where we are right now.
The sound is so cool.
Ooh, you feel that heat, don't you? Ooh.
We're keeping it inside the box, so yeah, we're behaving.
They are working, and this is another reason why I don't envy the job, because you can't slack off for 1 second. You've got to be watching at all times. You've got to be listening on the walkie at all times. Your eyes have got to be open. You've got to monitor where the blaze is going. You've got to monitor which direction the wind is blowing to keep the fire at bay. Imagine if the wind just whips around and comes this way and we're standing here. Oh, man. These guys' job is not just to start a fire and just watch it go up in smoke. They also monitor the weather patterns before they come here. They know all of these things, and so their job is not just pyrotechnics. They're weathermen. They are firefighters. They do so many different things that we just don't see. Things that protect our environment, things that enhance our environment, and they deserve all of the honor and credit that they get.
You know, we're not paving over paradise. We're keeping these areas for people to learn about what Palm Beach County, you know, in the wild way back when used to look like.
The Palm Beaches.
The Palm Beaches.
The Palm Beaches
welcomes
everyone. Everyone.
The Palm Beaches welcomes everyone.
The Palm Beaches recevoir tout le monde.
The Palm Beaches welcomes everyone.
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 If you think that there's some place that we should check out in Delray Beach, Palm Beach County, Fort Lauderdale, Give us a shout out on social at South FL Daily on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, we'd love to see your DMs. Send them to us. Coming up after the break, still so much to get to on today's show. Our friend Bert Wolf is taking us around Palm Beach County. We're going to Palm Beach to the Church Mouse.
Yes, Church Mouse.
Doing a little shopping there. And then I believe we're headed back to Delray to Atlantic. We'll be right back.
The South Florida Daily Set is sponsored by Eldorado Furniture.
Welcome back in. It's time to go to Palm Beach to do some thrifting at Church Mouse.
I love it. Here's Bert Wolf with more.
South Florida Daily is on the move with Palm Tran.
During the 1950s, John Phipps, a man of considerable wealth, not like Elon, but still well off, commissioned the architect John Volk to build the Royal Poinciana Plaza. Poinciana is the name of a flowering tree, by the way. These days, the plaza is home to an impressive collection of shops and galleries. There's Hermes, Oscar de la Renta, the Palm Beach Grill, 2J's Gourmet Deli. Now, I'm curious, what makes a deli a gourmet deli as opposed to just a plain deli? I'm going to research that. And there's Jimmy Choo. When I'm working in Palm Beach, the Gardens Mall is where I do a lot of my shopping. There's a Williams-Sonoma shop, which holds many memories for me. Chuck Williams and I worked together during the 1970s, researching a book on cooking equipment. We spent 2 years testing every piece of equipment we could find and deciding which was the best. We had a few people helping us, like Julia Child, Jacques Pepin, and James Beard. The shops at the Gardens Mall also include Louis Vuitton, Gucci, and my personal favorite, Shake Shack. In 2001, Danny Meyer set up a hot dog stand in New York's Madison Square Park and called it Shake Shack. It was an instant hit. These days, there are over 350 Shake Shacks around the world. Its menu includes fries, milkshakes, and hamburgers.
I would like to buy a hamburger. I would like to buy the burger. I would like to buy a hamburger.
The Church Mouse is a shop that sells things to raise funds for the Church of Bethesda by the Sea. Objects are donated to the shop, and the proceeds of their sale is used to support various charities within the community. The store sells everything from top designer clothing, handbags, and accessories to furniture, crystal, and books. I found a set of glasses from the restaurant where I took my wife on our first date. Actually, it was a business lunch. I fantasized that it was a date. Atlantic Avenue in Delray Beach is lined with royal palm trees and cobblestone walkways. They also have some great places to shop. The streets are filled with outdoor restaurants, and outdoor restaurants, and outdoor restaurants, and they even have some outdoor restaurants. At the end of Atlantic Avenue is the Seagate Hotel.
So the Seagate Hotel and Spa is known as a luxury property in Delray Beach. It was founded in the 1930s, reimagined in the 50s, and then perfected in the 2000s. The hotel's located on the avenue, steps away from all the shopping and dining. It provides the quintessential resort experience with the golf at the Seagate Country Club and a oceanside experience at the Seagate Beach Club, along with boating over at the Seagate Yacht Club.
It has an 8,000-foot spa in which you can relax and try and forget about everything that is annoying you. Good luck. The Seagate Hotel was originally developed by a relative of Henry Flagler. Flagler was the guy who brought the railroads to Florida. His magnificent home is now a museum with a great gift shop. Lots of books, jewelry, Christmas tree decorations, reproduction of Flagler's cane, and hats. I'd come here just for the gift shop.
Bert Wolf always knows the coolest backstory on the coolest places in Palm Beach County. Summer in South Florida. It's a little toasty out here today.
It's a little bit sticky.
Yeah, it's all right. I could definitely go for a drink right now. I could use a canned cocktail. Do you know of any?
I sure do. Next up, we will hear about the Southside cocktail, so you better stick around. We'll see you after the break.
South Florida Daily is on the move with Palm Tran.
Today I am here with Meredith, founder of the original Southside. Meredith, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
I am so excited to learn more about the Southside. Tell me about this drink.
Absolutely. So for those not familiar with the Southside, it is a cocktail from the 1920s Prohibition era. So Chicago split between the North and South. The North Side got the good imports. The South Side had quintessentially bathtub gin, kind of exactly what you think about when you're thinking about Prohibition and the type of spirits that there were. So bartenders in the area had to disguise how disgusting it was, basically with citrus, sugar, different types of herbs, and so you have the South Side cocktail, and that's how it was born.
I love that. So no one would suspect that it's actually alcohol mixed with,
right,
lemon and things. Okay, so fast forward to now. What can we expect when we're drinking this Southside drink?
First, absolute, refreshing, delicious, and better for you ingredients. That was the biggest part of the innovation process for me. So this recipe is actually inspired by my mom's recipe. So growing up, she would make this every summer, and you sneak a little sip here and there when you're doing what you're not supposed to do as a teenager.
Yeah.
And I fell in love with how refreshing it was. It was super hot in the summers in Oklahoma, and so it was just the perfect kind of refreshing drink coming off the lake or the beach or whatever you were doing. So fast forward to today, we spent 2 years commercializing her family recipe, and we've just launched it. So I'm very proud to bring it to market and excited for you to try it.
Absolutely, I'm so excited. I want to try it right now.
Let's do it.
Yes, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. I love these glasses too. It's delicious. Thanks so much for joining us, Meredith.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Thank you. And if you'd like to learn more about the Southside cocktail, visit them on Instagram and their website. After you take some of those South Sides to the beach, make sure you clean up after yourself and only leave footprints.
That's right. Recycle those cans. It is Clean Beaches Week. We don't want you to forget about it. And coming up right now, Frank Licari is taking us to Loggerhead Marine Life Center to learn a little bit more.
Honey is a natural antibiotic that's been used for thousands of years for its healing properties. And for over 35 years, the folks here at the Loggerhead Marine Life Center have used honey to heal wounds on endangered and threatened sea turtles, along with providing ocean education and conservation. It's no wonder these guys are so sweet. Let's take a look inside.
With wounds in the turtles, the wounds are always infected when they come in, even a fresh wound, because it's been in the salt water, it's going to be infected.
Yeah.
So we have to treat to control the infection, and several of the things we use, one is called Tricide to help control infection, but we also use the honey that we apply. Honey is the only food product that never spoils.
Right, natural antibiotic.
And natural antibiotics to it, and the bacteria can't develop resistance to it.
What kind of injuries are you seeing when you're bringing them in? What's the normal kind of?
Well, in the way of injuries, we see some natural injuries such as shark bites and things like that. Unfortunately, the more common injuries that we see are trauma from boat strikes, which does a lot of damage to the turtles as well. Another thing that we see that's human-related is we find a lot of plastic in the turtles that the turtles are eating out there.
Okay, so that's where some of the education conservation side comes in here to sort of educate us on how we're kind of ruining the ocean little by little, which is not a great thing. So before I get into that, walking around here, it's amazing how many different types of turtles actually are there that are coming in?
There's only 7 species of sea turtles in the whole world. 6 of them we've seen here. Our whole goal is to educate the whole world about the plight of the turtles, but also the plight of the ocean.
On a daily basis, you do programs here. Can you give me a little bit of a sense of, because I know you do beach cleanups and things like that, how are those sort of laid out?
We've got about 120 different programs.
Wow.
We have over 400 volunteers that help us on a regular basis.
Katie, you are going to educate me in the art of beach cleanup.
Okay,
Yes.
yes.
You've been doing this how long?
Basically my whole life, but officially as a job for 2 years.
Okay, so you're an expert, right? Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So what am I looking for specifically? Is there specific things that I should be looking for?
So what we kind of encourage everyone to look for doing beach cleanups is pieces of plastic. So any piece of plastic. Once that plastic enters the ocean or enters the marine environment, it will never ever go away unless it's directly removed.
Now, how often do you do these beach cleanups?
So we have beach cleanups that are open to the public every 3rd Saturday of the month here at Loggerhead Marine Life Center. Also looking through all this sargassum seaweed that's up here
Right,
now.
like,
yeah,
like right there. No, that's a, oh yeah,
so
right
that
here.
piece, yeah, that one's. And it is always hard to tell what is natural and what is plastic, but we sort through every single piece of debris that gets brought back to Loggerhead after every beach cleanup. Yeah, toothbrush.
Wow, toothbrush, look at that. Somebody really into hygiene needed a toothbrush at the beach. Okay, so we weren't out there for that long, but we've already done pretty good here.
We did. This is a good one, and as you can see, it's basically all plastic. 100% of post-hatchling sea turtles that we find here at Loggerhead Marine Life Center, they have plastics in their stomachs, and these triangular bite marks are actually hatchling beaks.
Man, oh man. Okay, so that will go in there.
That will go right in there,
Boom,
yeah.
right?
And then your toothbrush that you found.
Needed that, yeah.
So we document it. It actually has its own category. These are really interesting, and there's something we've been finding a lot of. These are
lollipop sticks, yeah.
And they're plastic, and we're finding them
kids
everywhere.
Oh, those kids.
Everywhere.
All right.
So when we do sort this, we'll record everything on a data sheet that has over 30 categories.
Wow.
So we'll normally, record
every
it all,
piece?
every single piece. Our conservation volunteers are so dedicated.
You need a statistician for that.
We do.
Thanks for watching another episode of South Florida Daily. If you have somewhere that you think we should check out, be sure to give us a shout out on social, on Facebook and Instagram at SouthFL Daily.
We enjoyed our time today in Delray Beach. We're out on Atlantic Avenue. Join us tomorrow right here on Fox 29 at noon to see where we ventured to.
The South Florida Daily set is sponsored by Eldorado Furniture.
Visit us online and at all Eldorado Furniture showrooms.